Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Pauline Fu. In this video, I will present topics about general simple annuities, calculate present value, and payment. So let's look at the present value of ordinary general annuities. Recall that ordinary means payment is made at the end of payment period. Simple means number of payment per year PY equal to number of interest conversion period per year CY. So this lecture will compute the present value of ordinary simple annuity. Example, payments of 1,000 are made at the end of every year for 5 years. The nominal rate of interest is 6% compounded annually. What is the value of the annuity today? So the question asks you, what is the present value? The given number 1,000 is PMT. Term N equal to 5 years. Interest rate I equal to 6. And also we know number of payment per year, PY is 1. Interest is compounded annually, so interest CY is 1. And we are going to use 3 methods to solve for present value. Method 1, financial calculator. Okay, start with second quit. Make sure your calculator is at the end mode. So I will show you how to get the begin mode so that you know what is the begin mode, what is the end mode. So to see the begin mode, second begin, second enter, second quit. See, you have BGN on top right corner of your calculator. This is begin mode. This chapter is about end mode. This question is end. So we need to see end mode. How do you see the end? You need to get rid of this begin. How do you do that? Click second, begin, second, set, second, quit. See, you get rid of the begin. You have nothing means that is the end. Okay. So the begin and end is actually on and off. You just repeat yourself. Second begin, second set, second quit. You switch backward and forward. Okay. So anyway, this question asks us to use the end mode. Nothing on here. And next, you set up PY, second PY equal to 1, enter. Down arrow key, CY is 1, enter. Now second, quit. Next, you enter the number of the given numbers. 1,000, that is the negative PMT. 5 is term N. 6 is interest I. So far, you entered 3 numbers. Always remember you need to enter 4 numbers in order to calculate the fifth number. So what is the other number you want to enter? 0 is FV. This as precaution to clear any previous entries. Final step, compute PV. Okay, so this is a calculator method. Now I will introduce Excel method. Okay, so I'm going to use this cell. So type in equal PV, opening bracket, rate is 6%, NPER, term N is 5, PMT negative 1000, FV is 0, type is 0. 0 means end of the period. Okay. Closing bracket, and you get the same number as we got from the calculator. Okay. So this is the second method. And the third method, we are going to use formula. Okay. So this is the formula. Present value equal to PMT times 1 minus 1 plus I raised power negative n over I. And PMT is 1000. I is 6%. 6% is I. N is 5 years. And plug in those numbers, you will get this number, the same number as we get from calculator and from Excel. Okay. So this is this example. This is the calculator method. Now let's look at an application. So terminology. Down payment is an initial payment on a loan for a purchase, for example, purchase of property. Mortgage loan from financial institution is needed to supply the balance of the purchase price. For example, if you are interested in buying a house, 600,000, this is the house value, 600,000. Okay. And you are going to put down 120,000 as down payment. So this is the down payment, initial payment out of your pocket. So the mortgage loan, how much is the mortgage loan? It is just the difference between the house value, 600,000, and your initial payment. So the mortgage loan is 600,000 minus 120,000. The result is 480,000. That is the mortgage loan you need from your financial institution. Okay. And this loan amount is the present value of the future periodic payment. Okay. The cash value. What is the cash value? It is the price of the property at the date of the purchase. So in this example, the price cash value is 600,000. It is the purchase price. Cash value In our example, 600,000, okay, equal to down payment. Remember, you put down 120,000 and the present value of the periodic payments. Okay, that is 480. Now let's look at an example. A sailboat is purchased for 3,000 down and payments of 1,000 at the end of each 6 months for 12 years. The interest rate is 6% compounded, 7% compounded semi-annually. What is the cash value? Okay, what is the cash value? So cash value equal to down payment plus the present value of payments. Okay, so cash value equal to down payment. This is the down payment plus present value of the annuity. And the present value of the annuity equal to, this is PMT times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to power negative n over I. I is 7% compounded semi-annually. So 7% divided by 2 equal to 3.5%. This is I. N, it is over 12 years. 1 year, you make 2 payments. So term N is 2 times 12. Every year, you make 2 payments. And this happened for 12 years. Okay. And you plug in the numbers and you work out the cash value. So this is the formula method. Okay. And how do we use the calculator? For calculator, we need to calculate the present value of the annuity. We need to calculate this value, the present value of the payments. Okay, and then we add 3,000 is the final answer. So I'm going to second quit, clear any previous entries. So we need also to set PY and CY. So make sure your calculator is at end mode. PY represents number of payment per year. In this case, it is 2. Every year you make 2 payments. CY, number of compounding period per year. Interest is compounding semi-annually. 1 year you convert interest 2 times. So second, PY 2, enter. Down arrow key, CY is 2, enter. Second, quit. And now enter the number. 1,000 is PMT. Negative PMT. 24 is term N. Interest is 7. When you use calculator, you just directly type in 7 is the interest because you already set up PYCY. And 0 is FV. Compute PV. So we get this number, $16,058. Okay, and this number plus 3,000 is the final answer, $19,058. Okay, so this is a calculator method. Now, Excel. For Excel, we type in 3,000 here. This is the down payment. And next, we calculate the present value of the annuity, PV. Rate is 7% compounded annually, semi-annually. So 7% divided by 2. NPER 12 years times 2. PMT negative 1,000. Future value 0. Type 0. Okay. And the cash value, you just add these two numbers, is the cash value. So this is the application problem. Okay. So next, we are going to, so far we calculated present value for ordinary general annuity. Next, we are going to calculate PMT when future value is given. We already know future value equal to PMT times this bracket. Just do a little bit rearrangement. We can solve for PMT equal to FV times I over 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1. And this is the formula for calculating PMT given FV, future value. Let's look at an example. What deposit made at the end of each month will accumulate to 10,000 in 5 years at 4% compounded monthly. So the question asks you what deposit will be made at the end of each month. So the question asks you what is PMT? What is PMT? Given the future value is 10,000, FV is 10,000, and N is 5 years. 1 year has 12 months, so N equal to 60 months. And you make payment every month. So PY represents number of payments per year. 1 year you make 12 payments. And interest is compounded monthly. So CY equal to 12. Okay. And we can use the 3 method to figure out what is PMT. 3 method. Method 1, formula. Okay. For formula, you need to figure out, this is the formula. Okay. This is actually use future value formula, FV. This is FV equal to PMT. 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1 over I. Okay, use this formula. You just plug in I is 4% compounded monthly, so divided by 12. N is 60, you plug in, and 1 equation, 1 unknown, you can solve for this PMT. This is formula method. Next, calculator method to figure out PMT. So I go to second, quit to clear the previous entries. And also make sure your calculator is at the end mode. Now, set up PY and CY. Second, PY 12, enter. Down arrow key, CY 12, enter. Second, quit And now 10,000. This is the future value. Future value. 4 is the interest. 60 is the term N. 0 is the present value. Always remember you need to enter 4 numbers in order to calculate the 5th number. Okay, total 5 buttons here. Okay, enter 4 numbers. And the last step, you compute PMT. Okay, $150. This is the negative because this is we should enter FV as a negative number in order to get a positive number. Okay. So this is the calculator method. Next. Excel. How do I use Excel? For Excel, you directly use PMT function. PMT. Rate is 4%, compounded monthly, so divided by 12. NPER, number of payments, 12 years, or it is 12 payments. 5 years, 1 year has 12 months. So 5 times 12 is number of payments. PV is 0. FV, future value, 10,000. Type is 0. And you get this $150.83. Okay. So 3 different methods to get the same result. So this is again formula method. You rearrange the formula to solve for PMT to get the same result. We did calculator method. So now, how do you calculate PMT when the present value is given? Present value is given. You base on this present value formula. Rearrange, solve for PMT. Okay, if the present value is given. Example. Clinton bought a new car valued at $18,500. He put a down payment of $3,000 on the car and financed the remainder over 4 years at 7.2% compounded monthly. How much must Clinton pay at the end of each month? So the question asks you for PMT. What is PMT? This is the question. Okay. And to find for PMT, we need to know what is the amount of loan he borrowed. Remember, this is the purchase price. Purchase price minus down payment. That is the amount of loan. Okay, so use purchase price minus down payment. That is the money he borrowed or the present value of the annuity. So this number is the present value. And you also know the interest is 7.2%. Compounded monthly means divided by 12. This is I, periodic interest. N is 4 years. Every year, you make 12 payments. So total, you have 48 payments. So plug in all of these numbers into this is the present value formula. And you solve for one variable PMT. The final answer would be this one. Okay. So this is the formula method. And how do we use calculator? To use calculator, make sure it is at the end mode and set up PY equal to 12. A year you make 12 payments. CY is 12. Interest is compounded monthly. 1 year you need to do 12 conversions for interest. Okay. So now calculator. Second, quit. Make sure it is end. Second, PY. PY is 12. Oops, sorry, enter the wrong. Second, PY. PY is 12. Enter. Down arrow key. CY 12. Enter. Second, quit. Now enter the present value, 15,500. 15,500. And this is the present value. In order to get a positive PMT, you need to enter negative number here. If you don't, doesn't matter. You come up with PMT negative number. Okay. So this is PV, present value. 7.2 is the interest. Okay. 48 is term N. Now you enter the 3 numbers. Remember, you need 4 numbers. 4 numbers. So you need to enter 0 FV. Final step, compute PMT. So $372. Okay. So this is the calculator method. And Excel equal PMT rate 7.2% compounded monthly divided by 12. NPER 4 year times 12 months. Okay. PV negative 15,500. That is a PV. And FV is 0. Type is 0. Closing bracket. Okay. So the formula is here. Check out the formula here. Okay. All 3 methods come up with the same result. So that is the PMT calculation. Alternatively, you can directly plug in the formula for PMT. You get the same result. Oops. And we did calculator method. Okay. So in summary, this lecture presents how do you calculate the present value for ordinary simple annuities, and how do you calculate the PMT for ordinary simple annuities. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next time.